All right, hey, I'm on my way to the pain clinic, my first visit, and I got ready a little early, so I'm going to come out here and knock this little part of my video out. Hopefully it'll keep me from being too long-winded because I got to get going. But this is a PSA for the big girls. If you're not considered obese or morbidly obese, I'm morbidly obese. You probably won't understand this, and it's not something I take pleasure in telling you that, hey, this is what I have to do to my body, but that's just what it is. It's a body, and it has bodily functions, things that it does. So this is for the big girls. We know the heat is upon us, at least here in North Carolina. It is starting to sock in, right? In the heat, and let me back this up a minute. It's not just if you're a big girl with some belly rolls. It's if you're endowed in the chesticle area. This is the exact same principle. It don't matter where your roll is. If it's on the body, it's all skin, so it all reacts the same way. So some of you can still relate, even if you don't have the belly. Well, you know, in the heat, skin against skin is going to get hot, and it's going to sweat, and it's going to get moist, and it's going to be dark. It's not going to see the light of day in your pants 24 hours a day. You're not walking around with your belly up, getting it some sunshine and fresh air. It's just, unless you're in a nudist colony, and then you might do it. I don't know. Anyway, when the moisture hits and it's dark and it's damp, what happens? You get yeast infections. Yeast infections are not just part of the female anatomy. They are part of your skin. Babies can get yeast infections. It's not anything to be embarrassed of, like, oh, I got a yeast infection, that means I'm nasty. No, that just means your skin has a condition that allowed it to grow the yeast. Big deal. I'm going to tell you how to combat that and how to keep it from coming back. First of all, if you're already in that place and you can't seem to get it under control, what works for me is a tea tree body wash, or you can get regular tea tree oil and put it in your body wash, or dilute it and put it on a little cotton pad or a rag, and I like to clean with that if it gets a yeast infection on it. That just helps the bacterial part of it. I don't know, it works for me. I don't know if there's any science to it, but in practical application on my body, it works. And then I always wash real good. Obviously, we know that. I'm just saying. But the second key is to blow it dry. I used to stand in front of the fan, and I would stand in front of that fan because I'd always be hot when I get out of the shower. I hate sweating when I get out of the shower. Isn't that, it's gross. So I'm always standing in front of the fan, and I'll just stand there and let everything get dry. Does not get as dry as a blow dryer will dry you. And if it's too hot, put it on the cool setting. But don't put your clothes on before you blow dry your skin, where it's going to have contact with more skin. Blow drying is essential. This is the next part that I discovered a couple years ago. My gynecologist at the time, I was telling her, what can I do? She goes, got something for you. It is the Nystatin topical powder. That's the generic name. It's Nystop, Nystop. This is a miracle powder. I told y'all about it last summer, and I'm telling you about it this summer. We're just elaborating a little bit more. Let me get some water. I got that dry mouth, that new medicine they give me. It's working, but after you get your area completely dry, don't put it on moist, wet skin. Just don't, because it'll do what it's just powder. That will keep the yeast infections away. I promise you. I guarantee it to you. I will not go without it. If hook or crook, I'm gonna have my my powder. It is good stuff. So if you prepare the skin and it's good and dry, it's good and clean, put that powder on there, you will get it under control in no time. And even once it gets under control, you keep it up. Don't stop. It's like when you take an antibiotic, they'll say, if you feel better, don't stop taking it, finish it out. It's the same principle. If skin's better, don't stop, because it's going to come back, and you know that. The other thing, if you don't have this powder, or if you have cornstarch or some other powder, whatever you use, you can also, if you have a bad spot that is taking the time to clear up, sometimes you get sores. I've been lucky. I've not gotten and had sores, so I've not had to go there. But you can take my new gynecologist. She left too. I lost 2 doctors the month of May, and I loved her, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Anyway, I was telling her I was getting a refill for that from her, since the other doctor wrote it the first time. She said, take a little like panty liner, she said, and just tuck it under there. And I'm like, got home and I'm thinking about that. Panty liners has got, you're either going to keep that peel off strip on there and it's going to be kind of crunchy like, or you're going to take it off and then it's going to be sticky and it's going to stick to your skin. So I couldn't figure out how to put it there and that sticky part not become a problem. So I got my little brain going. You can take one of your or your husband's old soft flannel shirts, or a piece of flannel material, not this kind that frays. They make flannel that does not fray. It's really the softest. Or an old t-shirt, just some kind of nice soft material. Just cut you wherever you're wanting to put it, here, just cut you a little piece and just fold it right up in there. So then when the skin is on top of the skin, you have protection on the top and the bottom to where it's like that. Works like a charm. So that is another layer of protection. And let's say, even if you got it under control, let's say you're going to be out and about at some kind of a city festival, and it's an all-day thing. They got bands, they got music, they got food. You're going to be walking the whole day. It's scorching hot, and you know you're going to be sweating. Just go on, tuck you some little cloths up in there and help absorb it. So that was my PSA for the big girls. I hope it helped you, and I don't want you to be embarrassed, because this is our body. Our bodies do things, okay? It's no big deal. Our bodies do things. And it is, if we can help each other along this journey, it's not just the food we eat. It is all kind of things. So I hope it helped you, and I have really got to get down the road. I'll see you.